Be careful. Papers. And we have liftoff. Good afternoon, happy Friday, everybody. It's time once again for Strat-O-Matic baseball. We've got a 1966 replay game here today. It is the Cleveland Indians at the Chicago White Sox. Two outstanding left-handers on the mound today. Sam McDowell, Sudden Sam for the Indians, and Juan Pizarro for the White Sox. Very disparate seasons so far for these two left-handers. Hello there, Frank. Oh my God, I'm embarrassed to admit I forgot all about the book with everything I've been doing. Okay, I've got to find that and dig it out. Thank you for reminding me. McDowell has been nothing short of sensational so far for Cleveland. He's 6-0 with a 1.81 ERA. He leads the league in strikeouts with 69. 3 complete games, including a shutout. Just 40 hits allowed in 65 innings of work. Absolutely dominant so far. Pizarro hasn't worked that much. He's been in 3 games in relief, made his first start recently. He won it. He's 1-0 with a 3.18 in 11 1/3 innings. And looks like he'll be in the rotation a little bit more often going forward. Because of that, and the way the White Sox rotation lines up, Howard, Buzzhart, and Tommy John due up next. Joe Horlan's actually available in the bullpen if necessary for this one. And there's Kenyon. Hello, Kenyon. Cleveland 16-12. The White Sox kind of disappointing in 11-18. They were, I believe, over 500 in real life. Let me double check that again. It's amazing how fast the short-term memory goes. I knew all these things before I left. They won 83 games in real life, a .512 percentage, currently at .379, so definitely a disappointment. But they don't hit much, as you guys know. Just .243 as a team. And I think they're last in runs scored. Let's take a look at that. They've only scored 107 runs. Yes, they are dead last. No, I take that back. Washington with 105. And those two are by far the fewest runs scored in the American League. Chicago is 4th in ERA at 3.64, ahead of Cleveland 3.86, but Cleveland has scored some runs, 136, and has out-homered the White Sox 36-22 so far. Let me pull my other team numbers back up here. I'll go ahead and give you the Cleveland batting order today. Dick Hauser is going to lead off at short. Max Elvis at third base in the 2 spot. Leon Wagner is in left field hitting third. Rocky Colavito in right in the cleanup spot. Chico Simone at first base hits 5th. Jim Landis will be in center batting 6th. Pedro Gonzalez is the second baseman. Del Crandall will catch and hit 8th. And McDowell, the pitcher, of course, hitting 9th. Excuse me. The White Sox, defensively, Romano will do the catching. Skowron at first, Buford at second, Weiss at short, and Freeze at third, with the outfield left to right of Cater, Agee, and Floyd Robinson. And with that, here we are on finally a Friday. We're about ready to get underway here. How's everybody's Friday going? Anybody have any big plans for the weekend? It's world's first day of the World Series today. Yeah. Mookie is great, Frank. He traveled 4,000 miles with me by car. He is a road warrior. We're both still recovering from that. Okay, Pizarro's ready. Dick Hauser will lead things off. Hauser hitting .255, just 13 for 51, a homer and 8 RBIs, right-handed batter. Pizarro gets the sign now from Romano, and we're underway as he comes in there with a 3-6 left-handed, pops him up. Weiss will take it. And we're underway here in Chicago, the Windy City. Max Alvis will bat second. Alvis batting .250, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs for the right-handed hitting third baseman. Pizarro gets the sign from Romano. Now the windup, the pitch is a 2-9 left-handed grounder into the hole at short. Weiss has it, throws across in time, 2 away. Leon Wagner will be the hitter with 2 down. Wagner on the season, .343, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch now from Pizarro on a 5-9 left-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Back is Robinson at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Home run Wagner, and Cleveland strikes first here in the first. Let's take another look at that one. 5-9 lefty. No doubt about it, Wagner has the power, and for Leon, his 5th home run of the season gives Cleveland an early 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Colavito. Colavito hitting .358, leads the club in batting. Also in home runs with 7, and he has 16 RBIs. Who leads Cleveland in RBIs, you might ask? Well, it's Fred Whitfield with 18. Pizarro gets a new ball now, ready to work. The pitch to Rocky is a 1-6 left-handed, and he loses him ball 4. 2-out walk to Colavito. Let's check the Chicago battery now. Pizarro with an excellent -5 hold. Romano a +1 arm behind the plate, so that's a -4 battery. No threat for Colavito to run. And the batter will be Chico Simone. Simone 0 for 14 on the young season. Does not have an RBI, looking for his first hit, in fact. Pizarro with the pitch. 3-8, and he gets his first hit. A single into left field, an open single. Colavito could try to go to third on that. 1-9. Single to left field, 1-9. +2 with 2 outs, -2 from left, and +2 with 2 outs cancels it out. Sorry, I'm stunned here for a minute. +1 Cater, 1-10. In any case, he's not going to be advancing. 1-10 is the final tally. They'll hold Colavito at second. Simone has his first hit of the season. That's what I was stumbling over there. Comes in 0 for 14 and wastes no time getting his first hit of the season. It's been a long week back for me, so I beg your pardon. Getting there day by day, I still feel just a bit groggy from all that driving. Trying to get my old sleep pattern back here, too. Okay, first and second, 2 down. Jim Landis will be the hitter. Landis hitting just 138, 4 for 29 on the season, just 1 RBI for Jim. Pizarro trying to get out of this inning with just the lone run allowed now. And here's the pitch to Landis. 4-10, right-handed is a shallow fly ball into center. Agee coming on fast and makes the catch to retire the side. Indians settle for a run on 2 hits and leave a pair. After half an inning of play, it's Cleveland 1, Chicago coming to bat. Against Sudden, Sam McDowell has been nothing short of dominant in this replay so far. And look at that card. It's no wonder. Here's the White Sox lineup that will be facing him. Al Weiss leads off at shortstop. Don Buford at second base in the 2 spot. Tommy Agee will be in center batting third. John Romano, the catcher, hits cleanup. Gene Freeze down at third in the 5 spot. Danny Cater will be in left hitting 6th. Bill Skowron at first base in the 7th spot. Floyd Robinson in right hits 8th, and Pizarro, the pitcher, 9th. Cleveland defensively has Del Crandall catching. Simone at first, Gonzalez and Hauser up the middle with Alvis down at third, and the outfield left to right of Wagner, Landis, and Colavito. Let me pull up the White Sox stat sheet here, and we'll get this bottom of the first going. McDowell ready to work. Weiss comes in just 6 for 40. It's a 150 average. No home runs. A switch hitter batting righty against McDowell. It's certainly the better side of a modest card, to say the least. McDowell uncorks a 6'9" right-hander on a single to 2. A 14 is rolled, and that ground ball is cut off there by Hauser, who throws him out 1 down. So off the bat, it looked like that might be heading into left field, but Hauser able to go into the hole and make the play, and with 1 out, Don Buford will be the batter. Buford batting .254, 3 home runs, a team-leading 18 RBIs. The switch hitter hitting right-handed. Here's the pitch from McDowell. It's a 6'10" swung on and missed, strike 3. First K for McDowell. And here's Tommy Agee. Agee hitting just .203, still looking for his first home run of the season. He has 12 RBIs. McDowell into the windup now. 4'10" right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Down goes Agee, and down go the White Sox in order in the first. After 1 inning of play, it's 1-0 Cleveland. I'll tell you what, the way McDowell has been going lately, you kind of got to get the feeling that that might be enough. There's no truth to the rumor that Wagner came back in the dugout, sat down, and looked at McDowell and said, "There's your run." Okay, to the second we go. Bottom third for Cleveland. Pedro Gonzalez will start it off, hitting .275, 1 homer, 8 RBIs. Right-handed batter. Pizarro, the windup, the pitch, 4-8 right-handed, single into right field. Gonzalez goes the other way with it, and he's aboard with a leadoff single. A star 15 stealer. -4, however, he'd be an 11, so no need to hold him on. And the batter will be Crandall. Hang on here. I don't quite have enough volume on this, I don't think. That's a little better. Okay, let's check Crandall's numbers on the replay. 9 for 33, that's a .273 average, and 3 of those hits home runs. He has 10 RBIs. So a nice start for Crandall, who shared catching duties with Sims and Askew. Pizarro from the stretch. 6'5" right-handed is a ground ball to shortstop X. That's going to be Y as a 3E68. Tough play as he goes into the hole. Here's the roll on the play. He's got it. His only play is to first as the runner Gonzalez takes second. 6-3X, runner moves up. So the Indians with a runner in scoring position and 1 away, and McDowell will be the hitter. McDowell, a 3, weak, left-handed. Left on left, Pizarro delivers. 4-5, fly ball to left. Playable for Cater. Fairly routine. Cater puts it away, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up Hauser, the leadoff man. Popped to short in the first. Pizarro set now. Here's the pitch to Hauser on a 4-7. Single 2 stars, and Cleveland adds on another run. RBI single for Hauser. That knocks in Gonzalez. And it's 2-0 Indians. Hauser not held at 11. And here's Alvis. Alvis 0 for 1. Pizarro checks the runner. Now from the stretch. That's a 2-7. Left-handed, a single to 5, and he rolls the 4. Knocked down at second by Buford, but he has no play. That will be an infield single for Elvis. 3 hits in the inning for Cleveland. And they have first and second and 2 out. And here's Wagner, who homered his first time up today. Pizarro very deliberate now. Here's the pitch to Wagner. On a 4-6 left-handed single, 2 stars, that's going to drive in yet another run. Hauser will cross the plate. It's an RBI single for Wagner. And it is 3-0 Cleveland. Elvis to third. So Cleveland jumping all over Juan Pizarro here in the second. And the batter will be Rocky Colavito. Rocky walked his first time up today. Pizarro trying to get out of this inning. Pitch to Rocky. 4-8. That's an RBI single into right field for Colavito, and that makes it 4-0 Indians. Elvis will score. An open single to right. Wagner could take third. 13 with 2 outs, 15. Robinson +1, 16. One to 3 he goes. He'll hold up at second. I was on the fence on that one. Let the dice decide. So Wagner will hold at second. It's an RBI single for Colavito. 4-0 Cleveland. And the batter will be Simone. Simone singled in the first. That's 4 consecutive singles off of Pizarro, and they're going to get busy in the White Sox pen. Let's see who would be the likely long man out there today. Probably Jack LeMahieu as he gets loose. The right-handed Jack LeMahieu throwing in the White Sox pen. Pizarro pitching to Simone, and here's the windup and the full count offering. A 110, he pops him up right side. Buford under it, and that'll do it. Side retired, but Cleveland adds on 3 more on 5 hits, and they lead it 4-0. Welcome, Franklin. Yes, it does. He's allowed 7 hits, 6 of them singles. He did serve up the home run to Leon Wagner with 2 out in the first. McDowell now staked to a 4-run lead. We'll be looking at Romano, Freese, and Cater. Romano 288 on the season. 5 homers, 14 RBIs for the right-handed hitting catcher. McDowell gets the sign from Crandall now, and here's the pitch. 5-8 right-handed, swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the 3rd strikeout in a row for McDowell. This is going to be a tough mountain to climb for the White Sox. Here's Freese now. Freese on the season, 268, 3 homers, 6 RBIs, and just 41 at-bats. McDowell, the windup, comes in there with a 3-8 left-handed, swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's 4 in a row for McDowell. Wow. McDowell putting on a strikeout clinic here in the early going. And with 2 down, he'll face Danny Cater. Cater, 282. Just 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Cater playing mostly against left-handers. So far, anyway. McDowell gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Cater. It's a 6-9 right-handed single to 2 on a 19 that's fielded short by Hauser, who throws him out to end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Sudden Sam. After 2 innings of play, it is 4-0 Indians. And I'll say it again, right now it looks like that's plenty of runs for McDowell. You never know, right? But for those who missed the start of the game, McDowell comes into the game 6-0 with a 1.81 ERA, leading the league in strikeouts. He's been nothing short of dominant so far. Landis, Gonzalez, and Crandall due up for Cleveland as we move to the 3rd inning. Landis flew to center his first time up. Pizarro gets the sign from Romano. Here's the pitch to Landis. On a 5-5 right-handed, struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Pizarro. Now I have to look. Just 42 in 89 innings in real life, so not really a strikeout pitcher. Somehow in my mind, I think of him as more of a strikeout pitcher. I'm not really sure why. Here's Pedro, singled and scored in the 2nd. Pizarro, 6-6 right-handed. He pops him up. Weiss will take it. 2 down quickly. And here's Del Crandall now, 0 for 1. Pizarro into the windup. That's going to be a 1-9 left-handed. Lazy fly ball into left. Routine for Danny Cater, and Pizarro, looking much better in the 3rd inning, retires the side in order. At least for now, right? At some point he gets traded to the Giants for Gaylord Perry. But yeah, McDowell was on a lot of Cleveland teams that weren't very good, so point taken. He is in the Hall of Fame, isn't he? He's not. Wow. Okay, that surprises me. You may be on to something there, Franklin. His only problem was playing in Cleveland. My God, imagine if he'd have played for the Yankees or the Orioles during this period. Bottom 3rd, due for Chicago. Bill Skowron will start it off. Skowron hitting .238, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. McDowell gets the sign from Crandall now. Here's the windup, here's the pitch. 3-7 left-handed as a grounder behind the bag. Hauser up the middle to cut it off. Throws him out, 1 away. And here's Floyd Robinson now. Robinson batting .280 so far. 4 homers, a dozen RBIs. Pitch from McDowell on a 6-5, struck him out. That's number 5 for Sudden Sam. And the batter will be Pizarro. Wow, 3rd inning, he's already up here, trailing 4-0. Any thoughts from the audience on this one? Should I hit for Pizarro this early? He's only a 5 endurance pitcher, if that helps factor in at all. I was just looking at that, Franklin. McDowell was a 6-time All-Star. Led the league in ERA once, 1965. I'm surprised at the strikeout numbers too, career-wise. 2,492 in a third innings, 2,453 strikeouts. I would have bet the farm he'd have more strikeouts than innings, but no, just slightly under. Any White Sox fans here with an opinion on whether or not to hit for Pizarro? I'm very much on the fence on this move. He got dinked around a bit early, did settle down in the third. Not an overly impressive card. You know what? I'm going to hit for him. This is not my typical move. You guys know this. Against McDowell. Do they have anybody who could pop one out here? Right-hander. Most of their bench is left-handed. And their right-handed hitters all weak. What the heck. We're going to let Jerry McNertney bat here. White Sox have at least 3 catchers on the team, so they can burn McNertney here. McNertney, 6 for 17 on the season. McDowell set now. The pitch to Jerry. 1-8 left-handed. He pops him up. Hauser will take it, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for McDowell. 3 innings in the books. It's 4-0 Cleveland. Well, I had to ask, Franklin. So Pizarro's day is done. He lasts just 3 innings today. 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, struck out 1, and LeMahieu will come on, the right-hander. He's been ready. LeMahieu's numbers are horrid. He's been in 2 games. He's 0-2 with an ERA of 18.0. In 2 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. No walks and a strikeout. He gave up 1 home run. So just 2 innings. And he's got innings to burn, so he'll play the long man role today. As we go to the 4th inning, and McDowell's set to lead things off. McDowell, left-handed hitter, of course. LeMahieu ready to go to work. Gets the sign from Romano. Comes in there with a 3-9. Struck him out. And here's Hauser now. Hauser 1 for 2 on the day. LeMahieu set. Takes to Hauser. 6-5 right-handed grounder down to third. Freeze has it. Throws across to Skowron 2 away. And that'll bring up Max Alvis, the third baseman. Alvis 1 for 2. LeMahieu into the windup. Here's the pitch to Alvis. 3-8 right-handed. Struck him out. So LeMahieu fans 2. A nice 1-2-3 inning for Jack. And it's still 4-0. Yeah, exactly. He can straighten that ERA out very easily with a couple of good innings. Extremely small sample size for LeMahieu so far. I have to admit, when I looked at his numbers, I was surprised to see that he's only worked 2 innings. Starter, reliever. Starter not underlined, so like McDowell starter underlined. Indicates he was primarily a starter. No such distinction for LeMahieu. White Sox will have the top of the order in the fourth. Weiss to lead it off. McDowell into the windup now. The leg kick, the pitch. 3-6 left-handed fly ball into center. That's playable for Landis, who grabs it for out number one. McDowell humming along now as Buford steps in. Struck out his first time today. And here's the pitch from McDowell. 2-7 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike three. Holy smoke, that's 6 Ks now for McDowell. And here's Agee. Agee also fanned his first time out. McDowell set. Here's the windup, the pitch to Tommy Agee. 5-7 righty is a grounder to second base X. That'll be Gonzalez. Tough play for Pedro. Ranges behind the bag. A 3-14. And that's flat. That'll count. It's a 15, and he makes the play for the out. 4-3X. Agee retired. 12 up, 12 down for Sudden Sam. My rule, of course, it just has to be on the table and flat, so that counts. If it lands cockeyed or goes off the table onto the floor, that's a reroll. All right, we're going to the fifth in a 4-0 game. McDowell, nothing short of brilliant so far. Jack LeMahieu coming out for his second inning of work. He'll be facing the heart of the Cleveland lineup. Wagner, Colavito, and Simone. Wagner 2 for 2 in this one. Homered in the first, RBI single in the second. LeMahieu into the windup now. Here's the pitch. 6-11. It's a fly ball to straightaway center. Agee drifts back a few steps and hauls it in. Agee, a fine center fielder. Gold Glover. And here's Rocky, walked and singled. LeMahieu into the windup. That's a 1-8 right-handed fly ball to straightaway center. Agee barely has to move for that one. And there's 2 outs quickly. That'll bring up Simone. 1 for 2 on the day. LeMahieu set, the windup and the pitch. 3-2 right-hander, a liner right into the glove of Al Weiss, and that'll do it for Cleveland in the fifth. Liner to short. 6 up, 6 down for LeMahieu. 3-inning reliever, rated for endurance, that is. So unless he were to come to bat here in the fifth, which seems unlikely, he'll try to go 3. McDowell humming along. He'll face Romano, Freeze, and Cater in the bottom of the inning. Romano struck out his first time up. Crandall flashing the signs. Here's the windup and the pitch from McDowell. It's a 4-11 right-handed, and he loses him ball 4, the first base runner for Chicago. A leadoff walk to John Romano. And here's Freeze now. Freeze struck out his first time up. McDowell checks the runner at first. Now from the stretch. 4-7 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's what now? 4 or 5. That's 7 strikeouts for Sudden Sam. And here's Danny Cater. Cater grounded to short in the second. McDowell out of the stretch. Here's the pitch to Cater. 110 pops him up. Left side. Hauser under it. Squeezes it for the second out. And with 2 away, it'll be up to Moose Skowron. Skowron grounded to short his first time up. McDowell from the stretch. Comes in there with a 5-8 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 8 Ks for McDowell. And that'll do it for the White Sox in the 5th. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. 5 complete in the books. It's 4-0 Cleveland. LeMahieu going for his 3rd and what should be his final inning of relief. Before that, I could use some more coffee. Hang on a second. I'll just make a 1 cup. And we'll keep things moving here on a Friday. So yeah, how's everybody doing? I'm still trying to get back in the grooves, you can probably tell. Still feeling a bit fatigued. All right, as that's brewing, we'll go ahead and play at the top of the 6th. Landis, Gonzalez, and Crandall due for Cleveland. Jim Landis 0 for 2 so far. LeMahieu gets the sign from Romano. The windup, the pitch to Landis, a 2-9 right-handed is a grounder to the right side. Buford has it. Flips to Skowron for the first out. And there's Michael. Hello, Michael, and welcome. Well, Leon Wagner hit a 2-out home run in the first. Then 5 singles, including 4 consecutive singles by Cleveland. Plated 3 more in the second. And that's where we stand. McDowell has been almost flawless through 5. He's issued 1 walk and struck out 8. Here's Pedro Gonzalez, 1 for 2. LeMahieu with the windup. The pitch is a 2-2 right-handed, and he hits him. Oh, my goodness. Gonzalez drilled by the pitch. Walking slowly down to first now. For Pedro, it's the first time he's been plunked this season. Star 15 stealer. LeMahieu is 0. Romano a +1. So Pedro would be a 16. They're going to have to hold him at 14. And the batter is Crandall. Crandall will swing away here. LeMahieu from the stretch. 6-11 right-handed with a fly ball to center field. Playable for Agee, who makes the grab. So Agee's been busy in center today. And here's McDowell. Left-handed batter. LeMahieu delivers. 3-5, grounder to third, Freeze throws across to Skowron, and that'll do it for Cleveland in the 5th. Excuse me, in the 6th. No runs, no hits, 1 left. There was a hit batter. And a shout out to Jeremiah, who's entered the chat. LeMahieu due to bat second here. That'll be it for him. He did a fine job. 3 innings of relief. No hits, no runs, no walks. He did hit a man. And 2 strikeouts. Situation doesn't really call for Locker. We're going to get Horlin up. And I'm going to grab that coffee and we'll get going to the bottom of the 6th. Okay. Robinson, the pitcher's spot, and Weiss for Chicago. Floyd struck out his first time against McDowell. Standing in from the left side as McDowell comes set. Here's the windup on the pitch. That's going to be a 5-7 left-handed. A grounder to second base X. Gonzalez tested again. 3E14. Here's the roll on the play. On a 3, he can't get to it. That's into right field for a single. First hit of the game for the White Sox. Robinson with star 18 speed. McDowell a -1 hold. Crandall a 0. He'd be a 17. They're going to hold him at 15. And they'll send up a pinch hitter, of course, for LeMahieu. Let's see what they've got here. This could be their only shot. They're going to go to Ron Hansen off the bench. Ron Hansen, the right-handed hitting shortstop, will pinch hit here for LeMahieu. He's hitting .208 in 77 at-bats. No home runs, just 1 RBI. McDowell from the stretch now. Comes to the plate. 6-5 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and down goes Hansen. That's strikeout number 9 for McDowell. And that'll bring up Weiss. We could double switch here. Hansen a better defensive shortstop, although they are trailing by 4. Weiss 0 for 2 as McDowell delivers from the stretch on a 3-6. It's a fly ball into straightaway center. Landis backs up a few steps and hauls it in for out number 2. That's good, Michael. Here's Buford. Buford struck out both times so far against Sudden Sam. McDowell into the windup. 4-7 right-handed, swung on and missed. Strike 3, and it's the hat trick for Don Buford. 10 Ks in 6 innings for Sam McDowell. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. 6 innings in the books, it's 4-0. And it feels like 8, doesn't it? Horlin will come on to get a little work. Not due to start for a while. Harlan's made 7 starts. He's 1-2 with a 4.42 ERA. Top of the order for the Indians. Oh, hell yeah, Jeremiah. This is a splendid performance by McDowell. Just dominant. Horlin ready to work. Hauser to lead it off. Dick is 1 for 3 today. Horlin gets the sign now. Here's the pitch to Dick Hauser. It's a 5-6. Pops him up. Weiss will handle it. 1 down, and the batter will be Max Elvis. Elvis 1 for 3 today. Horlin set. Here's the pitch. 1-8 is a grounder into the hole. It's short. Weiss has it, throws him out. And there's 2 down quickly. So the White Sox bullpen has done an excellent job of keeping it at 4-0. But the White Sox have to score, right? I don't have much faith that they can, at least not today. Here's Wagner, 2 for 3. Two of the 4 runs he's driven in. The pitch is a 3-8 fly ball into center field, playable for Agee, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Horland. As we stretch for the 7th, Indians lead it 4-0. Is Frank still with us? Just checking. Oh, man, I need some like rocket coffee or something. I'm sure they must make something like that, right? No, I'm not drinking any Red Bulls. Forget about that. I had one once years ago when I was still working in the grocery store. Oh my God, I thought I was going to come out of my skin. There he is, just checking. Looking for Frank also. Frank S., I believe it is. Quick Mookie cam here, I guess, anyway. He's not doing anything, though, lately. But he's up in the tower. Big bushy tail hanging off. He's been as wiped out as I have. No perfect game, Philip. How are you doing? McDowell's given up a single and a walk. He had a perfect game through 4. Walked Romano to lead off the 5th. Robinson with the only White Sox hit a leadoff single in the 6th. And it'll be Agee, Romano, and Freese here in the 7th. McDowell set. Here's the wind-up pitch to Tommy Agee as a 2-9 left-handed. Struck him out. That is 11. That's great to hear, Philip. That could have been hairy. You know, I think about that when I'm driving, especially in like morning time or evening. I've quit driving after dark altogether. Charles Whitman. I like that. 1 out. Here's Romano. McDowell with 11 strikeouts now. Goes into his windup. That's off the table. That's going to be a foul ball. Strike 1. McDowell rubbing up a new ball. Next pitch for Romano. 6-3 right-handed. It's a comebacker to the pitcher X. McDowell, a fine fielding pitcher as well, 1E15, and here's the roll on the play. On a 19, he makes it look easy, doesn't he? And throws him out. 1-3X, 2 away, and it'll be up to Gene Freese. Freese has struck out both times against McDowell. Can he join Buford in the hat trick? Here's the pitch from Sudden Sam. It's a 6-5, swung on and missed, strike 3, and he does indeed. It's the hat trick for Freese. 12 strikeouts in 7 innings for Sam McDowell in an absolutely dominant performance here today. It is 4-0 Indians after 7. No scoring since the 2nd. White Sox bullpen has been up to the task today. They just can't get any runs. Colavito, Simone, and Landis due for Cleveland. Colavito 1 for 2 with a walk. Horland into the windup now. Here's the pitch to Rocky. Is a 5-6 right-handed. Pops him up left side. Weiss will take it, 1 down. And here's Simone. He is 1 for 3. Horland gets the sign from Romano. Here's the pitch on a 1-7 fly ball to center. Playable for Tommy Agee. Backs up a few and takes it for out number 2. Here's Landis now. Landis 0 for 3 today as Horland comes set. The windup and the pitch. 3-7 and he walks him, ball 4. A 2-out walk to Jim Landis. Not a threat to steal. Horland though with a +2 hold. Romano +1, that's 3, that's 16. Already trailing by 4, they're going to have to hold him on, even though he's not a star stealer. 2 through 4 and 11, he might just try that. So they'll hold him on, making him a 14, and Pedro Gonzalez will bat. Pedro 1 for 2 was plunked in the 6th. My own record? Oh, yeah, no, I have no idea, Kenyon. I wish I did. The online game keeps the records, but I don't really count that. Here's Horland's pitch to Gonzalez now. 3-8 right-handed, struck him out. Gonzalez down on strikes. That'll do it for Cleveland in the 8th, and we go to the bottom of the 8th, and what everybody really wants to see, of course, and that is McDowell pitching. McDowell, a 7-inning starter, already in his 2nd endurance inning. It'll be Cater, Skowron, and Robinson. If anybody gets on, a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Danny Cater 0 for 2. Grounder to short, pop to short. McDowell gets the sign from Crandall. Here's the windup, the pitch to Cater on a 6-9 right-handed, a single to 2 on a 12. That's fielded at short by Hauser, who throws him out. Here's Skowron now. Skowron 0 for 2. McDowell into the windup. The pitch to Skowron. 5-7. Grounder to second base X. That's Gonzalez again. He's been busy down there too today. 3E14. Here's the play. On a 14, he makes a fine play and throws him out. Nice play, Pedro Gonzalez. 4-3X. 2 down. And the batter will be Robinson. Left on left, McDowell delivers a 4-10, swung on and missed. Strike 3, that's 13 Ks for McDowell. 1, 2, 3, go the White Sox. And you got to feel like they'd be just as well off to send 3 bat boys up there the way McDowell's pitching today. That's about how much of a chance they have to score. Horland will come out for the another inning, at least to start it. Crandall, McDowell, and Hauser do. Probably replace Hauser for defense after that at bat. Here's Crandall to start it off. Dell 0 for 3 today. Pitch from Horland, 5-6 right-handed. He pops him up left side. Weiss grabs it for the first out. McDowell, of course, will bat. Left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch on a 2-4. He grounds it down to third. Freeze takes his time. Sails one across to Skowron, and there's 2 away. And here's Hauser. Hauser 1 for 4. Horland delivered. 4-7 struck him out. 1-2-3 inning for Horland, who also comes in and pitches 3 fine innings out of the bullpen. Larry Brown will come in and take over at short for Hauser. He's a 3E31. Yes, I love that line, Michael. Thank you for that. Strikeouts are fascist. One of my favorites was, I like to announce my presence with authority. Announce your presence with authority. This guy's a first ball fastball hitter. White Sox will begin the ninth with a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Horland, 3 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Let's see what's left on the Chicago bench. Only one right-handed batter, that's Ken Berry, that's who it's going to be. So Ken Berry will bat for the pitcher leading off the ninth. McDowell looking for the shutout. He has whiffed 13 today. And here's the pitch. The pinch hitter, Ken Berry. 6'8", he walks him. A leadoff walk to Berry. Berry a star 15 stealer. The battery again -1. 14. They're not going to even hold him. They don't think he'll try to steal down by 4, and they would be correct. The batter will be Weiss. He is 0 for 3 in this one. Switch hitter hitting right-handed. McDowell out of the stretch. 5-7, a grounder to second base. X, that's Gonzalez. This could be 2. 3E14. Here is the play on a 5. He's got it to Brown for 1, to Simone. Double play. And just like that, the White Sox are down to their last out. And that will be Don Buford. McDowell 1 out away from the shutout. He'd love to end it with a K. Here's the pitch to Buford. 6-2, struck him out. Buford goes down swinging for the 4th time today. It's the golden sombrero for Buford. The ball game is over. Final score 4-0. McDowell, an absolutely magnificent performance today. A 1-hit shutout. 13, make that 14 strikeouts. That's got to be the high for this season, I'll say that. Holy smoke. I'll have the totals for you in a moment. Shouldn't be too hard to get to either. McDowell, 7-0 to start the season. And that's got to lead the American League, right? Let's check the league leaders here quickly. Oh, yeah, he already led the league with 6 as far as victories go. Leads in strikeouts. He came in 4th in ERA at 1.81. He lowered that. One hit, 2 walks, 14 strikeouts. Just an absolutely stunning performance. No doubt about it, Franklin. Sudden Sam, the player of the game. Indians get 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. White Sox, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Pizarro takes the loss. His record drops to 1-1. Definitely an attaboy to LeMahieu and Harlan, the White Sox bullpen. 6 hitless innings. They jumped on Pizarro early, and it was enough for Sam McDowell, who was just absolutely dominant today. No game tomorrow, of course. I want to thank everybody for watching. Let's take a look ahead on the schedule, see what we've got on tap for Sunday. That's going to be, we're switching over to the NL. It'll be the St. Louis Cardinals at the Cincinnati Reds. Art Mahaffey for St. Louis. Jim Maloney will get the start for Cincinnati. Well, he did walk 2, Philip, but yeah, 1 hitter. And it was a left-handed batter that got the hit too, Floyd Robinson. Not what you'd expect, right? I mean, that card, let's take another look at it. My goodness. Look at that card against left-handers. It's good enough against right-handers. Holy smoke. Real life, he found 225 and 194 that year. Well, thanks again for hanging out with me, guys. I'm going to get out of here and have a late lunch. And I'll see you all Sunday, 1:30 Pacific time. Have a great weekend, everybody. So long for now.